Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. My first guest tonight, real funny comic who's actually has a small part in the movie Beer League, so this guy's dear to my heart. He's been on the show before. Bret Ernst, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good to see you again, man.
You too, brother.
And very exciting. The other guest here, you guys are friends, I guess.
Well, yeah. All I got to promote of the show is I really got nothing going on.
Stand-up show.
Just my stand-up shows.
Well, because there's a movie I'm excited to see about a legendary hitman called the Iceman, and they called him that because he used to freeze bodies and to hide the evidence, and then 6 months later would dump them somewhere, correct? Okay, so this is Danny Abeckaser.
It's Abeckaser.
Abeckaser.
Yeah, but everybody calls me Danny A.
Danny
That's why, because nobody can pronounce it.
We'll go with Danny A. That's better.
Danny A is better.
I'm from Jersey. I'm slow on the uptake.
But dude, I brought him because I knew like you'd love.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a movie that you got to see it. By the way, it's awesome.
Well, Danny A. John, are you familiar with this story at all? Richard Kuklinski?
Yeah. Sure.
He lived in Jersey when most of his life as an adult. He's a Brooklyn guy.
Yeah.
No, Jersey City guy. He grew up in Jersey City.
He's from Jersey.
Yeah. He grew up in Jersey City, and the first documentary on HBO about this guy, they talked to a psychologist. He's dead now, right?
He died in 2006.
He died in the joint there. And they said he killed over 300 people, possibly.
Wow.
He bragged.
For the Gambinos. And,
no, he did. He bragged a little bit.
An undercover guy took him down, so now they have a full-blown movie out about him. And you play his best friend?
I play Dino LeProne, his best friend, yeah.
Okay.
But my character has no idea what he's doing. We like grow up together, and we're like... And eventually I find out, like 20 years later.
Well, he kept it from his family, too. If you watch the documentary, his wife, literally, it's one of the wives that you believe. Because she's, like, some of these wives you don't believe, especially his Boston Marathon chick. More and more information's coming out about her. The guys are building bombs in the basement. I don't know. I don't know what she knew and what she didn't know. But this woman you believe, because she seemed scared to death of this guy after she found out.
Wasn't like on Christmas Eve, he's like, I got to go get a part or something, and he was putting toys together.
Actually, it's it's in the movie, that part.
Yeah.
He goes and kills somebody and comes back.
He came back and he's putting together a bike. He's putting together a bicycle.
He gets a beep and he's like, I'll be right back. She's like, on Christmas? Yeah, I'll be right back. He goes, he kills somebody, comes right back.
He had a business thing he had to do. Yeah. He murdered for the Gambinos, and he used to, there was a legendary bar, the Gemini Club in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That
the
was
Mayo.
like a murder.
Roy DeMayo
The DeMayo brothers.
Yeah, that guy, Roy DeMayo, who killed a lot of Irish guys by the port in right here in Hell's Kitchen. That's another legendary guy. The guy. He murdered about 100 people too. Yeah, but Roy DeMayo, he was killed for this guy. And the Gemini Club was a bar where they used to do it was like a murder factory, and really like real scary stuff. But this psychologist interviewed Kuklinski in prison, and that's what the HBO documentary was based on. So I can't wait to see this, man. Does it come out wide tomorrow?
It comes out limited, New York, LA tomorrow, and then next weekend comes out wide.
Now who plays him?
Michael Shannon.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Listen, this guy is unbelievable. He should be nominated for an Oscar.
He might be. It's one of those parts where, like, you know, if you do it right.
I'm telling you.
If you do it wrong, it sucks. But if you do it the right way, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you can't play.
I am going to kill you.
Right.
Well,
it could be like people do stuff cheesy.
I know, it's horrible. Yeah.
No. He's scary in this. He's so good in it. Ray Liotta plays DeMayo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's his first time he's playing a gangster since Goodfellas.
Right,
yeah.
right.
It's a great cast. James Franco's in it. Chris Evans.
Wow, that's a great cast. And who directed it? That's
Ariel Vroman.
Ariel Vroman.
Yeah.
Young guy?
Yeah, young guy. Fairly new, but he just loved the story and he did a great job. A really good job, yeah.
Yeah, if the interviews with Kuklinski himself in prison, he's so calm about talking about murder. The entire time he's talking to the psychologist, he's chewing a piece of gum. And he goes, what's the first time you ever killed anybody? He goes, I was shooting a pool in a bar in Jersey City, and there were 4 guys, and we were betting on a game, and they didn't want to pay, and I talked to them, and, you know, we went to war. And, you know, I picked up a cue, I broke it on one guy's head, and smacked another guy, and that was the first time.
No.
That's literally how the guy
No emotion.
Right, no, nothing, just, you know.
It seems like you watched the movie because it's exactly how it is in the movie.
Well, I watched the documentary a bunch of times. Another time he talks about, they said, what's the worst way you ever killed a guy? And he goes, there was something that really got to me. He goes, I was brought up was brought up Catholic, and he goes, this guy said to me, please, God, God, let me pray to God before you kill me. And I said, tell you what, you believe in God and all that crap? I'm going to leave. I'm going to give you half an hour. And you pray to God, and if God makes anything change in the next half an hour, obviously I won't be back to kill you. Something will happen. And I left. I got a sandwich. Went to the diner. I came back. Half an hour, the guy was still there. God did nothing. I killed him. And he goes, I felt bad about that. I should have done that.
James Franco plays the guy he kills.
Oh, really? In that part?
I shouldn't have said that. But
no. One of those
things. Just gave it away.
Hey, look, it's a true story. Look, the Titanic, we knew the ending of the Titanic, but it went. But that's how that guy was.
Yeah.
The gum chewing and the real, like.
I was going to say, my buddy was a CEO at Rawway, one of my best friends.
Oh, no kidding.
And he was in a room with him, and he said it just straight evil, man.
Is that where he was? Rawway
he was there for a while. Man.
Yeah. My father, I had a cousin on my father's side, Johnny. I won't say his last name, I guess, but his name was Johnny. When I was 11 years old, my father took me to visit him. He was in Rawway, and my father wanted me to see Rawway State, just so I wouldn't scream to it was my own little version of Scared Straight. And literally, the guy, his name was Johnny, and the other cousin was Freddie, his brother. And me and my father went to visit the guy. And I remember walking into Rawway, and it worked, man. Yeah.
For a year.
I guess 13 years later, I was in LA County Jail on possession of coke, but I guess it didn't work that well. But those combined things made me live better. But yeah, so I didn't realize he was actually, that became East Jersey State, Rawway. But wow, that's fun. Now, how big of a part is it? How long did you work on it?
Well, I was on for about a month. We shot in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Oh, you did?
But it looks like Jersey.
They do that to save money.
Yeah, because they got the tax incentive there.
Well, anywhere you can go to any like sewer place or anything bad.
Look
like that. You know what's so funny about making stuff?
You can go anywhere.
So there's nobody there. Yeah. You walk in the street, 3 people.
Making stuff look like New York. The funny story, this movie I did with Norm Macdonald, Dirty Work, we shot it in Toronto, and it was supposed to look like New York City. So right before lunch, they took this back alley and messed it all up to look like a New York alley. And then we went to lunch. So they did that so when we came back from lunch, we could just start shooting. It was camera ready. While we were at lunch, a sanitation crew from Toronto saw it, cleaned it up. When we came back, we had to re-mess it up. They saw this is disgusting. What happened? They thought people vandalized it. They cleaned it up, and they go, "No, we're supposed to look like New York."
Where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
This kid's in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Well, you're half Jersey, half Florida, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, I got a lot. I moved down to Fort Lauderdale in my high school year, but I grew up all in Passaic. I was born in Princeton, grew up in Passaic.
Right by Route 21.
Oh, dude. But we were joking about this, like, you know, because when I went in for Beer League, I went to read for the Guido part. The guy,
right.
Yeah. But there's 2 types. There's the rock and roll Guido, and then there was the freestyle Guido.
You're right.
I was a freestyle. I was into the freestyle. I know you were freestyle.
Yeah, I was probably freestyle.
I was more rock and roll.
You were more rock and roll?
Yeah. No, but I mean, it all works. So we all had to get along. But Route 21 in Passaic, we wanted that out. And we shot the movie right in Rutherford.
Yeah, that's
right
the softball field.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question on the freestyle thing. Is that like you would create raps and that sort of thing? What is the freestyle?
It was like a Latin, it was like a club music. It was like Stevie B, Expose.
Could you explain to my friend?
I understand what rock and roll
It was club music. It was club music. It was actually in between like disco and techno, I guess.
Remember that sort of time in music where it was right before kind of rap like went nuts, and it was like stuff you'd hear at a club on Staten Island or something. Or,
it was like
real. Probably still here in Staten Island.
Well, I told Mikey Bichetti, who's rocking we use his second chin for advertising.
It's strong. It's priceless, guys. The price goes up every night on this, believe me.
But there was a club I used to go to on Staten Island because I grew up in Union. I'd go right over to Gothel's Bridge by Elizabeth, and Club Quintessence.
Oh yeah. Well, they always had those names like Club Ecstasy, Purgatory, like those. Like this is class.
A big one. No, Route 35 in Perth Amboy in Jersey was big for like club questions, like they were trying to be deep or something.
And the dress code is Sergio Tacchini's.
Yeah, Tacchini's, Cavaricci's.
You got to cuff the pants too.
Funny thing
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chattinis and
Brooklyn-
Cavaricci's?
Sergio, well, it was like a sweatsuit.
What do you mean? It's still a sweatsuit.
It's still a sweatsuit.
It was like the way they dressed
Like
on
Al Davis?
They dressed on the Sopranos. Sort
Yeah,
of.
basically.
He said like Al Davis. Yeah, exactly.
Al Davis.
Thanks for bringing it around to sports, Al Davis.
I got it.
No, but you know, outside club quintessence in Staten Island, one of the funniest things I ever heard. It's in beer league. A bouncer wouldn't let a guy in because he didn't have the right dress code. So he gets literally with his date in a Cadillac Coupe de Ville, and he screams to the bouncer across like 30 people. He goes, "Listen, mother effer," he goes, "I'll make 2 phone calls. You'll be working at a car wash on Monday." He goes, "I'll make 2 phone calls. This place will be a car wash on Monday."
Oh, God.
I love it. It's the great thing.
Yeah, the Guido threats?
It's 2 phone calls.
Yeah, 2 phone calls. Yeah, not 1. 2. I got to call a guy who knows somebody.